At last, a chair designed
For anyone in the world
who works at a computer.
Introducing
Different の世界の椅子の紹介です。The Different World Chair.
designed by Niels Different.
For human scale.
How would I describe Niels Different? Brilliant.
Uncompromising.
Probably the brightest individual I've ever met.
He's the real deal.
Genuine.
Courageous.
Hi, I'm Niels Different, and this is the World's Chair.
It's called a Different World Chair because it's been designed for everybody in the world.
Whether they're in Kenya, China, or Canada, if something is incredibly simple, it can work for people anywhere.
When I think about Niels Different and his design philosophy, it's restraint, it's no excess.
I keep thinking, how much simpler can this be and still come up with the end result? And the World Chair was kind of a summation of this kind of effort.
It's the simplest task chair ever made.
It's the lightest chair in the world.
Wow, it's so light.
It's only 25 pounds.
That's less than half the weight of most task chairs.
Talk about simple. It's only got 8 major parts.
There are 8 parts, and it will support a user from 100 pounds up to 300 pounds.
When you sit in the World Chair, it's perfectly adjusted to your body weight.
There is no adjustment to make the spring hard or soft.
You can lean back, sit forward.
There's no backrest height adjustment.
The World Chair is always perfectly adjusted to your body.
Anybody can sit in the chair and they can get the full range of motion that they need.
Whether they're 6 feet tall or whether they're 5 feet tall.
All different sizes, all different shapes. They don't have to read the instructions. They don't have to look at a video to figure out how to work it.
It's as if an ergonomist came in and set the tension perfectly for the individual.
You simply sit in the chair and it makes itself fit you. It is incredible.
The World Chair uses gravity and the sitter's weight instead of controls and mechanisms.
Like weights instead of recline.
Instead of having a complex mechanism, it actually uses the laws of physics and your body weight.
When the user reclines, the seat slides up a ramp on the support frame, and it's just the act of sliding up that ramp that adjusts the tension for the user.
In other words, the chair becomes a scale, and the information is transferred mechanically into the force required to push the back into a recline.
What Niels has done is he's replaced a complex mechanism simply with the law of physics.
It's incredibly comfortable.
Thanks to human scales,
Form sensing,
mesh technology. And its perfect fit translates into superior lumbar support.
What makes the mesh on the chair unique is the tri-panel design.
It is pieced together so that it is tailored to fit your body like a piece of clothing.
It takes on the shape of your back.
It's as if a tailor came in and stitched the back perfectly for the individual.
You have the perfect amount of lumbar support and the perfect amount of upper back support without doing any manual adjustments.
The all-mesh seat features a frameless front edge.
Traditionally, the seat has a frame across the front.
If you have a bar across there, it can present a pressure point. So I got rid of it. I put the crossbar out of the way, down lower, and simply stretched the mesh across the front and eliminated the problem.
So there's really nothing to interfere with the circulation in your legs.
the World Chair is respectful of the environment.
It uses less materials than other chairs, so it takes less energy to manufacture it and less energy to transport it.
And because it has so few parts, and even fewer moving parts, much less can go wrong over time.
Because it uses so few materials, it's one of the most environmentally friendly, high-performance task chairs ever created.
The World Chair is all plastic. which is actually a good thing. Most of the plastic is recycled, and it's 100% recyclable.
You look at resource extraction, it's so minimal. You look at what we spend with shipping material, it's going to be so minimal.
Something as simple as it possibly can be, it's going to last longer, it's going to use less material, less parts, less manufacturing.
If every chair was made the way the World Chair was, we would cut in half all the material used for task chairs.
As the world becomes more complex, it's so important that things become easier to use.
To the employee who's sitting in it, they don't think about it anymore because they're not uncomfortable and they're not trying to figure out how to adjust it.
The human scale philosophy and Neil's philosophy about how people work hasn't changed. We try to make things better every time we come out with a product.
You're removing excess and you're not losing any functionality. So that's the genius of what he's done with this chair.
We're incredibly proud of the World Chair. It does everything human scale would ever ask a task chair to do, but it does it more simply than any chair we've ever designed before.